Did you know that according to Disney's secret plans, the emotion of nostalgia will play a crucial role in Inside Out 2? Or did you know that the way emotions will escape from the prison that anxiety put them in has been revealed? Just a few days ago, several new pieces of information were discovered during a Disney-promoted visit to a select group of people who toured the backstage of Inside Out 2. And we've gathered all these incredible revelations and added a touch of wild theory in some places to understand everything that will happen in what promises to be Pixar's best movie of 2024. Forever Friends? While the studio visit was underway and many things leaked, numerous images from the concept art book of Inside Out 2, which Disney will release after the movie hits theaters, also ended up online. And it was possible to see several scenes and characters from the movie, as well as understand various sensational things being prepared for Riley and her emotions' next animation. One of the coolest things noticed by those who had access to these confidential images is the genuine friendship that Riley will develop with her two new friends who play hockey with her, Grace and Bree. From the images, we can see that the film will have several super fun moments involving Riley and those two girls seen in the trailer. For example, we can see the three of them having a great time and taking some really goofy and funny selfies. Based on these images, it's evident that the friendship of the three will indeed be very cool, which helps us understand better why the two girls were so shocked when they saw Riley abandoning them and joining the popular girl group at the new school. Since neither Grace nor Bree were present in the first film, we can deduce that they will be the girls responsible for helping Riley adapt to her new school, and it's quite likely that they will not only be teammates, but also become really great friends. So when Riley abandons the girls who were probably the nicest people to her when nobody knew her yet, they will surely feel betrayed by Riley's actions, driven by anxiety mixed with envy. So, it will be a tense moment in the film where Riley's friendship with Grace and Bree will be set aside for a somewhat odd goal, which must be to become popular. That's a terrible choice, Riley! That's why we're hoping the old emotions return to the control center as soon as possible. But before they do that, they need to escape from prison. Anxiety has shown that it doesn't want to share the control table of Riley's mind with anyone other than the new emotions that arrived with her there, and it orders embarrassment to put the four emotions in that tight jar and throw them into a dark and eerie room with no access to anyone. And based on the trailer, we know they're going to escape from there somehow, but how? This new image, framed on one of the walls of Pixar Studios, shows a very intriguing scene. In it, we see the five older emotions falling from the top of Riley's mind control tower. We can see that along with them, several shards of glass are also falling scattered around. And it seems that the reason why this is happening is this little guy with flames on his head, anger. Probably the emotions had the same idea that disgust had to save joy and sadness in the first film. They must have provoked anger until he exploded and used his hot head to melt the glass and get out of that tight jar where they were all placed. But it seems things might get out of control, and maybe there will be some chase inside Riley's mind, and the emotions will need to take a leap of faith from up there to down below. That's where I believe they will fly out from up there and probably land in that river inside Riley's head that leads straight to the abyss of sarcasm. They will certainly make a huge leap, but they will survive and then find a way to get back to the control center. And along the way, they might encounter some emotions, but one of them will certainly appear. But before we talk about the 10th emotion of Inside Out 2, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our incredible videos made by fans for other fans. Nostalgia. One of the most amazing things that have been discovered and that is part of the secret script of Inside Out is the emergence of other emotions beyond the 9 we saw in the scripts. There are theories that claim that emotions such as courage and love will appear at some point in the movie. Of course, these are theories, but one idea that is going to happen and has been confirmed is the appearance of nostalgia. The emotion that is responsible for making us remember the good moments of the past will be somewhere in Riley's subconscious, in one of the various places where emotions will pass on the way back to Riley's mind control center, which may well be the place where all the emotions that have not yet been manifested in Riley's mind live, waiting perhaps for the chance to one day go to the command center. This is probably the place where anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and ennui lived before going to Riley's mind center. And this information is so true that it was even discovered who will be the voice actress playing Nostalgia in the movie, the 94-year-old veteran actress June Squibb. It totally makes sense, since the emotion is going to be represented by a really sweet and elderly figure resembling those harmless grandmas. And to complete the cuteness of this new emotion, Nostalgia even wears a pair of slippers and holds a tiny teacup in the most adorable old lady style. Since nostalgia is the emotion responsible for recalling nice and happy moments, bringing that desire to go back to the past, she's practically a natural opponent of anxiety, which worries exclusively about the future. So maybe the solution to solve all the problems that anxiety and envy are causing Riley is a good and, pardon the pun, old dose of nostalgia straight into our protagonist's mind. That's why the new emotion will surely play a very important role in the movie, being the 10th confirmed emotion in Inside Out 2. And she'll probably be the key to bringing Riley back to herself and an incentive to make the girl stop doing so many wrong and selfish things. Also, we see Joy in a completely different location from anything we've seen so far, which seems to be some kind of forgetfulness forest, where there are memory spheres and some kind of trees. Our guess is that this is where the water that falls in the sarcasm waterfall ends up, which could end up taking emotions to completely new and unexplored places within Riley's mind, where they might end up encountering nostalgia. That would be amazing! And in honor of this new emotion from Inside Out 2, comment below #nostalgia, because good memories from the past are always the best.
Perfect.
Riley's images. Another thing that leaked were the conceptual art showing solo moments of Riley throughout the movie. We noticed that the idea would be, or will be, we're not sure yet, for Riley to wear clothes of different colors. And we know that colors in Inside Out have a very strong meaning, and in the trailer, we see Riley wearing a light blue coat, which looked really good on her. But in one of the other leaked Pixar arts, we see Riley wearing another coat, this time with a very strong pink, and a school backpack, which was enough for many people to think that this would be a reference to the emergence of love as an emotion in the movie. Moreover, we see that several arts were also created to show Riley in various different moments, surely bringing out her new emotions, including the old ones and the newly changed ones for her mind. We can see Riley joyful, angry, bored, and embarrassed. We practically have expressions of Riley showing all emotions, which shows that this side of Riley will be well explored throughout the movie, and we will see many emotional moments when we are watching Inside Out 2. Emotions, design, and colors. Speaking of the new emotions, it was also possible to see several conceptual arts involving the 4 new emotions that appear in the Inside Out trailers. We can notice, for example, that originally the plan was for anxiety's emotion to actually have a totally different petroleum blue tone from the orange we see in the trailers. Moreover, embarrassment would still be big, but its skin and hair wouldn't be pink, but would have a light blue tone, which I found pretty cool. I just found it strange that it seems like he would have a piece of toilet paper stuck to the sole of his sneaker. Regarding ennui, its appearance would basically be the same, but it would have the color that embarrassment ended up with. And for people like me, who think ennui will just be an extra in the movie, it seems that Disney has much bigger plans for the dark purple emotion, as several arts have been revealed showing the emotion with various different facial expressions, which may indicate that she will be much more involved than the trailers suggest. And Envy really was the one that underwent the least modifications until it reached the movie. She, from the beginning, was designed as a delicate and apparently harmless emotion, represented by a little girl with big eyes. The main difference lies in the clothes the emotion would initially wear, which would be a combination of a common white t-shirt and jeans, which were replaced by a small lilac dress with light and small polka dots and small green boots. But all the new emotions really have designs very similar to the original. The fact is that Inside Out will be a much more surprising movie than any of us can imagine, since Disney is promising even more news and surprises in the movie, and that's exactly what we, the biggest fans, want. We're leaving 2 very cool videos for you to continue having fun here with us on the channel. Just choose which one you think is cooler and click on it. Thanks, and have fun!